What's up and welcome to the Way Out Gaming. In this video I'm going to be talking about AMD and Nintendo. It's two little bits of news that I basically seen yesterday but didn't really feel like doing the video yesterday. So one thing, AMD, a new benchmark just came out from AMD. It seems like their AMD with their R7 1600X is basically holding pace with the i7 6800K, which is a 400 and something dollar chip. I can't really remember, but the 1600X is a 200 and something dollar chip, and it's pretty much holding the same benchmarks or better benchmarks than the i7 6800K. So I mean, hopefully that's this is basically saying, if it's all true, hopefully this is basically saying that AMD is going to keep their foot on Intel's neck, you know, basically this whole way around or whatever. So maybe the prices does stabilize as far as Intel, go down and stabilize as far as Intel. You know, with Intel, they're kind of cocky, so it probably won't. They probably just keep it the same and try to put their whole thing on, we have quality. Even though AMD pretty much has quality too, because I haven't really heard anything about their parts messing up as far as their CPUs or anything else like that. But they had like they chips did used to get hotter, and now they built better fans for their chips. I don't know if you have to buy those separately or they come with the actual chip. But I know like the higher end Intel, you have to buy your own cooler for it. So I don't know. It'd be cool to see what they do with that if you have to buy your own CPU cooler with the AMD. But they did make new coolers, hopefully for a reason. Hopefully they're giving them to you with the chips or selling them with the chips. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully this time around or whatever, they're keeping they foot on AMD's neck, chest, or whatever you want to call it, and it just pretty much keeps going like this or whatever. Because just like with actual video game systems like PS4s and Xboxes, it's always going to be good for healthy competitors competing or whatever, because it keeps the price down or at a minimum where basically where it should be, and they don't have to raise the price all the way up where they're trying to get all of their money that they put into the chip back in like 4 or 5 chips. So that would be great. But then the next little bit of news is the Nintendo news. Nintendo came out and said that for all the people who had the early Nintendo Switches, like you see some people on YouTube that have the early Nintendo Switches and stuff like that, it was somebody that worked at one of their plants or whatever. It was stealing them and selling them, and I guess you know with Nintendo, so I mean if anything like that happened, they're going to press charges. They're going to do the most. So they I guess they said they did catch the guy, and they are pressing charges. You know what I'm saying? He lost his job. Of course he wasn't going to keep his job, but he lost his job, and they are pressing charges in the, I guess, law enforcement people wherever he at, and their law enforcement, they have him and they're pressing charges. So those are all for basically for all the people who got it, got it already or whatever. They didn't actually get it from Nintendo, because you know Nintendo is stingy with their stuff. They're not like PS4. They're not like Xbox. They're not going to send anybody anything early. They basically gonna come to wherever you at, or ask you to come to wherever they at, and then they're gonna basically let you use it with like kid gloves or whatever, and say, "Ooh, let's see, look at that," or whatever. And then when it's time, they're gonna take it back and leave. But basically, this has been another video from The Way Out Gaming. Please like, comment, subscribe. I comment back to anybody who comments to me, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.